On January 4th, 2025, the Chicago Bulls raised Derrick Rose's #1 jersey to the rafters of the United Center.
With the first pick in the 2008 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Derrick Rose.
It was an emotional night. Former teammates were there.
To see Derrick go up in the rafters, it's undescribable. This is our championship moment.
The crowd chanted MVP. Rose cried.
He would throw me a kiss in the suite. He wore that #1 proudly.
It's one of the unbreakable strong bonds. A single mom who raised a child, and Derrick Rose has that with his mom, Brenda.
I am so proud of him. He's always gonna be my baby.
But as the banner went up, everyone in that arena was thinking the same thing. What if? What if that ACL never tore?
You know, it's one of those moments that it's still hard to talk about.
Holding on to his knee and down.
Just the silence in the building.
He was still grimacing, and a lot of us had never seen, D Rose like that.
We genuinely hurt for him. He knew how bad he wanted it and how hard he had worked.
What if Rose's body had held up? What if the youngest MVP in National Basketball Association history had gotten to finish what he started?
Stop it! Stop it! Do not do him like that! Did you not get the memo? Derrick Rose can go upstairs!
Why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why. Why?
Because for 4 years, Derrick Rose wasn't just good. He was special. He was electric. He was the hope of an entire city. And then, in one single moment, it all came crashing down. So today, we're not just telling the story of what happened. We're exploring what could have been. What if Derrick Rose never got injured? Let's go. Before we dive into the what-ifs, let's quickly talk about how Rose even got here. Growing up in Inglewood, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods on Chicago's South Side.
7305 South Paulina, this is where we grew up at. It's not about living in Inglewood, it's about surviving in Inglewood. And we just survived, and our mom made the way and kept a roof over our heads, food on the table.
Being from Chicago kind of f***s you up a little bit, bro. Even stopping at stop signs, lights, you always have that thought in your mind that today might be your day.
Basketball wasn't just a game for Derrick. It was survival. It was his way out. His 3 older brothers protected him.
Growing up, of course, people know I got 3 older brothers.
Pushed him and made sure he stayed focused while everything around them was chaos.
They used to drill me out here, wouldn't let me go in the house until I get done shooting a certain amount of layups.
When I first knew that Derrick was special, I just said to myself, that he might have a great chance of making it out of here.
And by the time Rose got to Simeon Career Academy, he was already the best high school point guard in the country.
I just remember hearing about him because he was at that level that he made you take notice even in high school.
He led his team to back-to-back state championships, including a buzzer beater in the finals his senior year.
He's going one-on-one. The loft, the scorer! Derrick Rose with the bucket. They have won the 2006 state championship. And back-to-back state championships.
The city of Chicago already knew his name. Then came Memphis. Under coach John Calipari.
Went to the high school and I watched him and I'm like, I gotta have this guy. He was so fast. If he ever got the ball stolen from him, it was getting pinned on the other end.
Rose pinned it.
He had that floater. Even back then, the 1-2 floater. Had to get him out of the gym. When he first got to campus, he'd be in there 5-6 hours.
Rose took the Tigers to a 38-2 record and an appearance in the national championship game.
For a freshman to go in to Memphis like he did and guide a team to almost a national championship victory speaks to him as a winner.
They lost to Kansas in overtime, but Rose had done enough.
I just remember his competitive spirit. He definitely left a mark on the game, and we all knew that somebody special was coming into the league.
He declared for the 2008 NBA Draft, and when the Bulls won the lottery with just a 1.7% chance.
The #1 pick in the 2008 NBA Draft will be made by the Chicago Bulls.
No! I gotta call my brother.
As long as I'm in the NBA, I'm happy. As long as I'm there, I'm happy, and hopefully my family happy for me.
It felt like destiny. A hometown kid getting drafted by his hometown team with the #1 pick.
Derrick Rose from the University of Memphis.
Barry, what went through your mind when you saw the Bulls won the draft lottery?
I bet all us was surprised for 1.7% or whatever. And just seeing them win, I just thought about LeBron James. I thought he was the luckiest person in the world to get to play in his home city. And now I have that chance. I'm just hoping that they pick it.
LeBron got to do it in Cleveland. Now it was Rose's turn in Chicago.
Inner city kid out of the city of Chicago to being drafted by the Chicago Bulls. You couldn't even write a script better than that.
But the expectations were insane. See, the Bulls hadn't been relevant since Michael Jordan left. The city was desperate for a savior. And Rose, this quiet kid from Inglewood who hated the spotlight, was supposed to be that guy. No pressure, right? Well, in his first NBA season, Rose didn't just handle the pressure. He dominated. He averaged 16.8 points and 6.3 assists per game and won Rookie of the Year. Then, in his first ever playoff game against the defending champion Celtics, he dropped 36 points and 11 assists.
Who's this guy? 36 points against us in the opening playoff game?
Can I cuss? I just never in my life ever saw anybody that explosive, right? So we're watching him, and he's cooking us, and we're supposed to be a championship level team.
He is out of this world. He is out of this world.
That's what he needed to do. He needed to be the best rookie playoff player in history for the team to win. So he went out and did that,
tying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's rookie playoff scoring record. The Bulls pushed Boston to 7 games. They lost, but everyone saw what was coming. Derrick Rose was the real deal.
You don't see this, Dan. This guy is a rookie. Has been nothing short of sensational today.
One of the best series, if not the best series that I played in. Just off the strength of me wanting to prove myself to everybody that I could hoop.
His second year, he made his first All-Star team, becoming the first Bulls player selected since Michael Jordan in 1998. His athleticism was unlike anything we'd seen from a point guard.
Derrick, you are the NBA's fastest rising star.
Yeah, I made a quick jump and playing with a lot of confidence right now.
He was 6 feet 3 inches, but he played above the rim like a shooting guard. He could change direction mid-air. He could absorb contact and still finish. Defenders bounced off him. And his first step, forget about it. Once Rose got a half step on you, he was gone. It was like watching a blur.
Whoa! Stop it! Stop it! Do not do him like that!
The Bulls went 41-41 for the second straight year.
Oh, the reverse! I think on the left side.
And in the playoffs, Rose averaged 26.8 points. But they lost to LeBron and the Cavs in 5 games. Still, the hype kept building. And then before the 2010 season, Rose said something that made everyone do a double take. A reporter asked him what his expectations were for year 3.
What kind of expectations do you set for yourself individually going into year 3?
And Rose, this 22-year-old kid, looked at the camera and said,
"It's high. The way I look at it within myself, why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why. Why can't I do that?
Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why." Some people thought he was cocky. Some thought he was crazy. But Rose wasn't talking trash. He was stating a goal. And he went out and made it happen. The Bulls hired Tom Thibodeau as head coach, and everything clicked. They built an elite defense around Rose with Joakim Noah and Luol Deng. But, make no mistake, Rose was the engine. He carried that team on his back. In just his second game of the season, he dropped 39 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. He was cooking from the jump, and he never stopped. He lit up the Knicks for 24 and 14. He torched the defending champs for 30. He blitzed Phoenix for 35, 12, and 7. And in a game against Sacramento, he embarrassed Tariq Evans so badly that he broke his ankles, and Evans kept spinning like a Beyblade after he fell. Rose was must-see TV. Every single night, he was doing something that made you jump out of your seat. High-flying dunks, acrobatic layups, no-look passes, and that signature herky-jerky style that made him impossible to guard. Defenders had no idea what he was about to do because Rose didn't even know. He was pure instinct, pure feel. And by the All-Star break, he was a starter on the Eastern Conference squad. The respect around the league was real.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is D. Rose. I want to thank all the fans that voted me into the All-Star game again. I appreciate you all.
Rose's ability to finish at the rim was unreal. His body control in midair was something you had to see in slow motion to fully understand. And in transition? Forget it. Rose could hit another gear that no one else had. One burst of speed, and he was at the rim before the defense could even set up. Add in an improved jump shot and elite passing, and Rose had become unguardable.
When he was in his prime, couldn't nobody touch him, bro. Nobody, I don't care.
That year, he was untouchable.
Finds a cutting Rose for the two-hand stop.
The fear that he put in people who played against him, the top guys, I would see fear in their eyes all the time.
I played with a lot of great players. Derrick Rose during that time was probably the most talented player I ever played with.
The Bulls finished the regular season 62-20, the best record in the NBA. Rose played in 81 games and averaged 25 points and 7.7 assists. He had his flaws. His shooting was still inconsistent at 44% from the field, but he was bending defenses, creating pressure, and making everyone around him better. And in May of 2011, Derrick Rose was named the NBA's most valuable player. At 22 years and 6 months old, he became the youngest MVP in NBA history.
He was doing something that very few people have ever done. The youngest MVP of all time.
He beat out LeBron James, Dwight Howard, and Kobe Bryant. This kid from Inglewood, this quiet assassin who never wanted the spotlight, was now the face of the league. In the playoffs, Rose elevated even more. The Bulls beat Indiana in the first round, with Rose dropping 39 points in Game 1. Then against the Hawks in Round 2, Rose played the best series of his life. He averaged nearly 30 points on great efficiency, including a playoff career-high 44 points in Game 2.
Rose, a floater! Catch and shoot. Derrick Rose again. Rose showing no bandaging on that hand.
The Bulls won in 6, and then came the Eastern Conference Finals. The Miami Heat with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh versus the #1 seed Bulls and their MVP. It was the matchup everyone wanted to see. In Game 1, Rose and the Bulls made a statement, blowing out Miami by 21. Rose had 28 points and 6 assists. 3 more wins, and they're going to the finals. And that's when Rose produced one of the most iconic plays of his career. In Game 2, at the United Center, late in the second quarter with the game tied at 40, Rose drove the lane and completely posterized Joel Anthony, a 6'9" center, with a vicious two-handed dunk.
Yes, and it counts over Joel Anthony.
The crowd went insane. It's still one of the greatest dunks you'll ever see.
There's no surprise why he was the youngest and still is the youngest MVP in NBA history. The guy was just simply that great.
But despite Rose's heroics, the Heat made adjustments. Eric Spoelstra put LeBron on Rose in the fourth quarter, and it worked. Miami won the next 4 games to take the series. Rose averaged 23 points and 6 assists, but shot just 35% from the field. Still, at 22 years old, Rose had taken the Bulls to the brink.
As a competitor, at that time when he was ruling the East, you had nothing but respect and a humble fear going against D. Rose.
The future looked limitless, and that's where the what if begins, because heading into the 2012 season, everything was in place. The Bulls had just signed Rose to a 5-year, $94.8 million extension. They had added pieces to the roster. Rose was entering his prime. And the belief was that this team would be back in the finals, probably multiple times. This was supposed to be the start of a dynasty. Instead, it was the beginning of the end. The 2012 season was shortened due to a lockout, and the condensed schedule was brutal. Back-to-backs everywhere, constant travel, less rest. But Rose still looked unstoppable. On opening night, a Christmas Day game against the Lakers at Staples Center, Rose hit a game-winning floater over Kobe Bryant. He looked more poised, more mature, more deadly. Despite playing in just 39 games due to minor injuries, he averaged 21.8 points and a career-high 7.9 assists. The Bulls finished with the best record in the East again. They were the favorites to win it all. And then came April 28, 2012, Game 1 of the first round against the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bulls were up by 12 points with just over a minute left. The game was over. Thibs should have pulled his starters. But Rose was still in. And as he drove to the basket for a layup, he planted his left foot and everything changed. Rose's knee buckled. He went down holding it.
Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding onto his knee.
The United Center went silent. You could hear people whispering. Rose tried to get up, but couldn't put weight on the leg.
You know, it's one of those moments that it's still hard to talk about.
Holding onto his knee and down.
This the silence in the building.
He was still grimacing, and a lot of us had never seen, D Rose like that.
We genuinely hurt for him. He knew how bad he wanted it and how hard he had worked.
I remember passing the ball and feeling like my ACL tear a little bit. It didn't tear all the way, it tore a little bit. So when I went down on the floor, after I threw the pass, I went down on the floor. Right when I laid down and put my hands over my head, I felt it tear a toe, it totally tore. My leg just started shaking. I didn't know what was going on. I was stunned. I didn't know where I was at. All I thought about was people just talking. You could hear the whole arena. People just whispering all around.
When that happens, I'm like, oh snap. I'm like, bro, get up. Get up. When he doesn't get up and he's walking off, man, it crushed me.
He walked to the locker room and everyone knew. The MRI confirmed it. Torn ACL. Out for the playoffs.
I remember walking to the back to get the X-ray, of course, didn't do anything. They needed an MRI. Get to the MRI machine. I'm not crying this entire, I get to the MRI machine. I started to cry because that was the first time I was by myself, and then it hit me. And what happened if this is tore? After getting out the MRI machine, they told me that it was tore and just breaking down. I couldn't believe it. I break down crying. My mom there, she's trying to help me. For a 22-year-old, 23-year-old that just won MVP award, to have something drastically just happen to you like that, it can f you up, especially if you don't talk to anyone. And at the time, I wasn't talking to anyone. I thought I was strong enough to hold it to myself or hold it in, and it was killing me.
Out for the next season. And just like that, the youngest MVP in history was done.
When I tore my ACL, I didn't think that it was nothing big. So the whole time I'm in the MRI machine, I'm just praying, crying and stuff, hoping that it wasn't tore. I've been through a lot of stuff before, and I handled it pretty good just growing up. But this right here is just gonna push me and make me work harder even more.
Now, here's where we start asking the what-if questions. What if Thibs had pulled Rose with a minute left in a blowout? What if Rose had planted his foot differently? What if that injury never happened? Let's explore that timeline. If Rose stays healthy through the 2012 playoffs, the Bulls are the favorites in the East. They had the best record, the best defense, and an MVP playing at his peak. LeBron and the Heat were still the team to beat, but Rose had already shown he could go toe-to-toe with them. In this alternate timeline, let's say the Bulls make the finals. They're facing the Thunder with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. It's a young, explosive matchup. Rose versus Westbrook. Two of the most athletic point guards ever, and in this scenario, the Bulls' defense is the difference. They slow down the Thunder just enough. Rose averages 26 points and 8 assists in the series. He hits a game winner in Game 5, and the Bulls win in 6 games. Derrick Rose, at 23 years old, is now an MVP and an NBA champion. That changes everything. See, winning that first ring takes so much pressure off. Rose isn't chasing a title anymore. He's defending one. And with that confidence, he enters the 2013 season even better. His jump shot continues to improve, his decision-making gets sharper, and he's still in his athletic prime, so he's still doing things that make you rewind the tape. The Bulls go 58-24. Rose averages 26 points and 8 assists and finishes second in MVP voting to LeBron. In the playoffs, the Bulls make another deep run. They face Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals again, and this time, it's Rose who delivers. He drops 35 points in a closeout Game 6 to send Chicago back to the finals. They face the Spurs, and it goes 7 games. Rose hits a clutch 3 late in Game 7. Bulls win back-to-back championships for Chicago. And now Rose, at 24 years old, has 2 rings and is firmly in the conversation as the best player in the world. But let's keep going. In the 2014 season, Rose is now a 2-time champion entering his prime. He's 25 years old. His body is still healthy, and he's adding new dimensions to his game. His three-point shooting is up to 38%. He's leading the league in assists. And the Bulls are a machine. They go 60-22. In the playoffs, they face LeBron and the Heat again in the conference finals. It's the rubber match, Bulls versus Heat for a 3rd straight year, and Rose is unstoppable. He averages 30 points in the series. The Bulls win in 6. In the finals, they beat the Spurs again in 5 games. Rose wins finals MVP, 3 championships in a row, a three-peat, and Rose is only 25. He's got at least 5 more years of his prime ahead of him. The comparisons to Michael Jordan aren't just flattering anymore, they're legitimate. Rose has brought Chicago 3 straight titles. He's rewritten the narrative of what a point guard can be, and the scary part is, he's just getting started. In this alternate timeline, Rose probably wins at least 1 more MVP. Maybe 2. He probably gets to 5 championships, maybe 6. His career averages end up around 24 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. He makes 10 All-Star teams. He's a first-team All-NBA selection 7 or 8 times, and when he retires in his mid-30s, he's a no-doubt first-ballot Hall of Famer. Not just because of the stats, but because of the impact. Rose changed the way teams thought about the point guard position. He proved that you didn't need to be 6 feet 8 inches like Magic or LeBron to dominate. You could be 6 feet 3 inches and still be the most unstoppable force on the court. He paved the way for Russell Westbrook's MVP season, for Ja Morant's explosive style, for every athletic point guard who came after him. In this timeline, Rose is a top 15 player all time, maybe top 10, and the what if becomes reality. But of course, that's not what happened. Instead, Rose's career became one of the greatest tragedies in sports history. After tearing his ACL in 2012, Rose missed the entire 2013 season rehabbing, and when he was cleared to play in March, he refused. He sat out the rest of the year.
I'm the first one to say, nah, I ain't feeling right. Like, nah, I need a little bit more time. If I would have came back a day or a week too soon when they was trying to force me to come back, it's no way I'd be still playing in the league.
Including the playoffs, because he didn't feel right.
I could have came back towards the playoffs. They were mad because I set the whole year out. I felt like I had to wait. Like, it wasn't my agent decision. It wasn't my trainer decision. It wasn't the Bulls decision. It was my decision. Like, I wasn't ready.
The media killed him for it. Bulls fans were furious.
After that, I took a year off because they steady asking me. That's what I mean with the media. Are you coming back? Are you coming back? We see you working out. When are you coming back? Putting this pressure on the fan base. Yeah, when is Derrick coming back? You know what I'm saying? We seeing you work out. So when I did come back, it's already like, man, all right, you ain't giving us what you used to give us. All right, get out of here then.
But Rose knew his body better than anyone. He wasn't ready. Then in 2014.
First things first, how's the knee? And more important, how's your confidence in the knee?
My knee is good. My confidence is steady growing in my knee. I don't have any worries at all. I'm not worrying about anything, so I'm feeling good. Just can't wait to get out there and play.
Rose returned for 10 games before tearing the meniscus in his right knee. Another surgery. Another season lost.
It was disaster. I just remember slumping down into my couch, and you're saying to yourself, no, this isn't happening again.
At this point, Rose was 25 years old and had already had 2 major knee surgeries.
I could care less what people say about me or criticize my game or whatever, or how I play. Yeah, I could tear it 10 more times. As long as I'm playing hard and giving the game my all, I could live with it for the rest of my life.
The same age when, in our alternate timeline, he's winning his 3rd straight championship. In reality, he's watching from the sidelines, wondering if he'll ever be the same. Rose eventually came back in 2015 and played 51 games before tearing his meniscus again.
Derrick lost the handle on it, dives for it, and it's out
This
of
time,
bounds.
doctors removed the torn part instead of repairing it, and he was able to return for the playoffs.
I can't think about the past. Can't think about if I'm gonna hurt myself, if I move the wrong way. When I'm out there, I have a free mind. It's no pressure because I haven't played in the playoffs in so long, so I just need to have fun and do anything to win the game.
He played well in spurts.
Breaking down the D and soaring to the goal and putting it home. There's that MVP.
He even hit a game-winning buzzer beater against LeBron's Cavs.
Finds Rose. Rose trying to get open, fires away. Bang! It's over! The Bulls win at the buzzer!
But the Bulls lost in the 2nd round, and by now, the league had moved on.
And yet there are people that will say, well, you know, the game has moved on a little bit. Other point guards have stepped up.
Yeah.
Stephen Curry was the new MVP. The Warriors were the new dynasty, and Rose was just trying to stay healthy.
It went from them cheering for me to them like, I'll shoot a shot, pass the ball. Like, whoa, it's some quiet, it's subtle, real subtle, but I could hear that. I still didn't think I'd be traded though.
Trade rumors here and there, and this last one, the Knicks one, was pretty big because it caught a lot of people's attention. I'm good with being in Chicago, and like I said, we're trying to win there, get back on the right track.
In 2016, the Bulls traded him to the Knicks. It was the end of an era. Rose cried when he found out.
What's up, B? You lying. You serious? Yeah.
He had wanted to finish his career in Chicago.
Derrick, you'll be 29 when this contract ends. Can you think of playing for another team other than the Bulls?
I don't think so. Unless they trade me or something. Unless they trade me.
That ain't happening.
I would want to finish my career here, but we'll have to see.
Derrick was a big part of a lot of success that we've had here over the years. But going from where we were to where we want to head, we just really felt it was the right decision to make at this time.
I don't know why I was traded, but I would like to tell him thank you. For real. Chicago was more than just like a home. Like it grew me into the man I am today. That's one of the reasons why I changed my number to 25. Is like I'm playing in New York, but I want to bring something from Chicago with me out here. And that's one of the reasons why I chose number 25.
Instead, he was being shipped out at 27 years old with bad knees and no guarantees. The rest of Rose's career was a series of brief stops. He played 1 year in New York before suffering another meniscus tear. He signed with Cleveland to play with LeBron.
You know, been a fan of him for a long time. Never thought in my wildest dreams that I'd be a teammate of his. I think he had a hell of a season last year, and people don't really see it because of the chaos that was going on in New York.
Last year, it was all about just being a pro. No matter the ups and downs, no matter what we was going through, it was like a circus at times, but I had to maintain my professionalism and just keep hustling and grinding the way that I got to the league. And I think it showed by that with the numbers.
But suffered another ankle injury.
First of all, how's the ankle?
It's a sprain, but it is what it is. Nothing I could do about that. Take me out the air and kind of twisted my ankle when I came down. So I'll get a lot of treatment and see how it feels tomorrow. When I got taken out of the air and I thought my career was over. Like I thought, like I wasn't able to run for a month and a half. I didn't know what was going on with my ankle, and I was just trying to figure things out.
And left the team for weeks to contemplate retirement.
Derrick Rose has left the Cavaliers and is reconsidering his future playing basketball. It is a real thing, especially when you grew up without a reliable house or you didn't always have hot food or there were guns everywhere, and you got out because of what your body could do. And as you sit alone in your hospital room at 3 a.m. for the first, second, third time, you have to wonder if the moment has come when your body has finally betrayed you.
I understand D. Rose's frustration, right? MVP of this league, you're at the top of your game, and then you have an injury, and it's all downhill from there. You never can recover. I can relate to that. And the frustration sets in, and it's very depressing because that's
real.
It's real. It's real. So I understand what he's going through. Hopefully he can get through this.
He was waived by the Jazz without playing a game.
Wake up one day, I look at the ticket, traded to Utah. Like, what? Traded to Utah? Nah, tell my agent they already got people there. Like, waive me, I don't want to be there. Now, I don't got a job.
At 29 years old, Derrick Rose was out of the NBA with no team wanting to sign him. But then Tom Thibodeau, his old coach, gave him another chance in Minnesota.
That's when Tibbs was the only one that, he showed me hella love because I was out.
He say, by the end of the year, I may have a spot for you.
And that's where Rose had his resurgence.
Only thing I'm missing now is the opportunity. So talking to Tibbs, he's looking like he's going to give me that opportunity. So it's all about learning the guys and fitting in at the right time.
On October 31st, 2018, Rose scored a career-high 50 points against the Jazz.
And the Wolves force another stop. Rose, the spin move, getting some oohs and ahs. Rose. It's a new career high for Derrick Rose. Has it blocked in the corner by who else? Derrick, 2011 MVP, Rose.
He cried after the game. The crowd chanted MVP. And for one night, we saw a glimpse of what could have been.
That 50 stamped me, though. Like, it stamped me again in the league. People think you're gonna get that 50 in your prime. So to get that 50 at the end, to get your high at the end of your career, it kind of took people back. Like, damn, he still had something left in the tank.
Man, everything happened for a reason. That's how I feel. Like, I come in, I work my butt off every day. And the last couple of years, I've just been looking for an opportunity to go out there and play the way that I normally play.
Rose wasn't the same explosive player. He couldn't do everything he used to. But he had adapted. He was craftier, smarter, more efficient, and he proved he could still play.
Every time I touch the court, it's history. That's how I feel about it. And I feel like my fans and the people that watch, they can relate in some way. I mean, the people that really care about me.
Rose spent the next few years bouncing between Minnesota, Detroit, New York again, and finally Memphis. He accepted his role as a veteran leader and mentor. He averaged double figures off the bench.
Derrick Rose, had he not gotten injured, would have been one of the greatest guards we have ever seen in the history of basketball. And he's a great, great guy. One of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet in your life.
He provided stability, and he showed an entire generation of young players what resilience looked like.
I'm not here to babysit, micromanage, or any of that. I'm not here to be a plant in the locker room, any of that. I'm here to help guys win. For right now, this stage in my career, it's all about just being a leader, leading by example, being a professional, coming in, trying to help the young guys. For me, coming here, all I wanted to do is have a presence of winning, caring, and a competitive spirit whenever I touch the floor.
In 2023, Rose retired after 16 seasons.
Developing overnight, one of the greatest basketball players to come out of Chicago is hanging up his jersey and his Adidas.
Yeah, big announcement this morning from Derrick Rose on social media that he is retiring from the NBA after 16 seasons. As part of his announcement, Rose actually took out some full-page ads in each of the markets he's played for, thanking the game of basketball.
I gave my all to the game. That's one of the reasons I could step away and be happy with stepping away and not feel any resentment or feel down about it.
He finished his career with averages of 17.4 points and 5.2 assists. He made 3 All-Star teams. He won 1 MVP, and he never made it past the conference finals. By traditional standards, his career was incomplete. But to call Derrick Rose's career a failure would be to miss the point entirely. See, Rose's legacy isn't about championships or all-NBA teams. It's about what he represented.
In my opinion, Derrick Rose is definitely top 10, easily. You know, could be top 5.
He was Chicago, and I don't care. His run at his peak, if you're from Chicago, you wanted to be that. You wanted to be the #1 pick from the Bulls, having that building rocking the way that he did. No, the hope was real, and the hope all around the city.
For 4 years, he was the most electrifying player in basketball. He played with a fearlessness and creativity that we hadn't seen before. He brought hope to an entire city. And when his body betrayed him, he didn't quit. He reinvented himself. He found new ways to contribute, and he did it all with grace and humility. Rose never complained. He never blamed anyone. He just worked. Every single day, he worked. And that's why when his number went up in the rafters in January 2025, it wasn't just about the MVP award. It was about the journey. It was about what Rose meant to Chicago.
Being the MVP carries a lot of responsibility. The way you handle yourself through all of that, that's what I'm inspired about. You always put your city on your back, and you carried that with you. You're not only the MVP, you're the people's champ. You're the people's champ. And that's why they put in that #1 in the rafters, bro.
It was about the kid from Inglewood who defied the odds and became a legend. But let's be honest, the what if will always haunt us. What if Rose had stayed healthy? What if he had gotten 5 more years of his prime? What if the youngest MVP in history had actually gotten to fulfill his potential? We'll never know. And that's what makes it so painful.
Anytime you see me cry or show emotion like that, it comes from a place of appreciation, of knowing where I came from. I'm not anything else. Like I said, I'm not a model or actor or anything. I'm a hooper.
Because for those 4 years, before the injury, Rose wasn't just great. He was special. He was the kind of player who made you stop whatever you were doing to watch him play. He was the kind of player who could take over a game in ways that didn't seem possible. And he was just getting started. In our alternate timeline, Rose is a top 10 player all time. He's got 5 rings, he's got 2 or 3 MVPs. He's the face of a dynasty, and he retires as one of the greatest winners in NBA history. In reality, Rose became one of the greatest what-ifs in sports history. But here's the thing. Even with all the injuries, even with the shortened prime, even with the disappointments, Rose's impact on the game is undeniable. He changed what we thought was possible for a 6'3" point guard. He showed an entire generation that you could play with power and finesse at the same time.
Young guys do not earn your praise easily. But there was clearly a respect on the court while you were going after him and he was going after you from that first game. And last year too, something happened, something impressed you about him. What was it, Coach?
Well, I mean, I could tell when a player truly wants to be better, when a player truly wants to improve. And I respect that about them. And I admire that. And because that was a quality that I had when I was a kid growing up. And that being said, I mean, I've seen improvement in this game from last year to this year. I mean, he has a long range ball now. He can squat behind the pick and shoot. He can pull up off the dribble and shoot. Him getting to the rim obviously goes, unquestioned. So seeing that improvement shows me that he's putting the time into the gym. And I certainly respect that.
He proved that you didn't need a jumper to be an MVP. You just needed heart, vision, and an unshakable belief in yourself. And maybe that's the real answer to the what if. What if Rose never got injured? He probably would have been the greatest point guard of his generation. He probably would have won multiple championships. He probably would have challenged the legacies of Magic, Stockton, and Curry. But what he did instead might be even more remarkable. He showed us how to handle adversity.
Everybody go through adversity in their life at some point, especially some point in their career. It's all about how you take on that adversity. And I feel like I'm mentally tough, and I know that I work on my craft. It kills me when people try to predict my career when they can't even predict the weather. How are you gonna tell me what my career is gonna be when you can't tell me if it's gonna snow or rain tomorrow? Makes no sense to me.
He showed us how to keep fighting when the world tells you you're done. He showed us that legacy isn't just about rings. It's about impact. It's about inspiration. It's about giving everything you have to the game you love and never giving up, no matter how many times you get knocked down. So yeah, Derrick Rose's career didn't go the way it was supposed to. The injuries robbed us of seeing one of the greatest primes in NBA history. But what Rose did with the cards he was dealt was special in its own way. He gave us 4 years of pure magic. He gave us a 50-point game when everyone had written him off. He gave us tears and joy and heartbreak and resilience. And when it was all over, he walked away with his head held high. Because Derrick Rose didn't just play basketball, he lived it, he breathed it, and he gave us everything he had until there was nothing left to give. That's the legacy. That's what we'll remember. And when we think about what could have been, we'll also remember what was. Because for a brief moment in time, Derrick Rose was the youngest MVP in NBA history. He was the hope of Chicago. He was the Windy City assassin. And he was absolutely unstoppable. The what if will always be there, but so will the memories. And those are worth just as much. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to Primetime Sports. More content like this is on the way.